We earlier spoke with Alyona Synenko, Regional Spokesperson, Africa International Committee of the Red Cross based in Nairobi. She started by giving us an update on the humanitarian situation in Sudan. Let's listen in.
The humanitarian situation in Sudan is extremely worrying. The fighting are ongoing and the combats are taking place in very close proximity to the residential neighborhoods, to civilian infrastructure. So we have information about approximately 100 civilians dead and hundreds of people who are wounded. And at the same time, the healthcare workers, the humanitarian workers just don't have access to be able to reach people in need because the fighting is ongoing. Now we're in contact with all our interlocutors and we continue passing the same messages privately and publicly, calling on them to respect their obligations under international humanitarian law. So first and foremost, to take precautions and to try to avoid civilian casualties, but also create the necessary humanitarian space to ensure that humanitarian workers, medical personnel, they can reach people in need, they can provide urgent assistance to the wounded. Well, we are in contact and we're trying to advocate to make sure that we create the humanitarian space, that our teams, that the first responders from the Sudanese Red Crescent societies and medical workers, they can move and they can reach people who are wounded, people who need assistance. We've been delivering supplies. We started delivering some medical supplies to the hospitals. I think I would just like to reiterate the importance of all of those who take part in the fighting to respect the international humanitarian law, that it is not optional, it is an obligation, and it is an obligation for them to create this necessary humanitarian space so that people who are affected by this fighting, they can receive the necessary assistance.